Okay, so get ready to dive deep into something pretty unexpected today.
Oh,
We're going to be looking at massive weight loss, but not just the typical stuff.
right. Not just the like, yay, you lost weight.
Exactly, exactly. We're going deeper, looking at some neurological effects that can happen.
Neurological effects, huh? That's not something you hear every day.
Definitely not. And our guide for all this is Ira Whiteside, an information Sherpa, as he calls himself. He documented his journey losing, get this, 155 pounds.
Whoa, that's incredible. But neurological effects, what's the connection there?
Well, that's what makes this so interesting. Ira started noticing these changes, and he thinks it might be connected to his diet, a super strict keto and color diet for 3 years.
3 years, wow. So he's like going all in on this. But what kind of neurological changes are we even talking about?
So he describes a few things. One is an increase in something called foot drop.
Foot drop. Now that sounds serious.
It can be. It's basically when you have trouble lifting the front part of your foot. Imagine trying to walk, but your foot kind of drags along the ground.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that would make getting around pretty tough.
Exactly. He also mentions his left arm becoming kind of withdrawn.
Withdrawn, like pulled in towards his body.
Yeah, something like that. And he's noticed changes in his voice, too.
Voice changes, arm changes, foot drop. Those sound like they could be related to, well, nerves, right?
That's what he's thinking. And what we're going to be exploring, like how nerves are the messengers in our body, sending signals back and forth.
Right, like the communication highways. So if something's messing with those highways, that could explain a lot.
Exactly. And Ira even points to a few specific nerves. He mentions the ulnar nerve, which affects the elbow and arm.
Ah, the ulnar nerve. That's the one you hit when you bump your funny bone, right?
Yep, that's the one. It controls feeling and movement in parts of your hand and arm.
So if that nerve's messed up, you might feel weakness, numbness, tingling, that sort of thing.
Right. He also mentions the phrenic nerve, which is up in the shoulder area.
Phrenic nerve, okay. Now that one's really important for breathing, right? It controls your diaphragm.
That's right. Thankfully, he doesn't report any pain there.
Yeah, that's good. Because phrenic nerve problems, that can seriously impact your breathing.
And then, on top of all that, he even mentions having some slurred speech.
Slurred speech. Now that could be related to something called nutritional neuropathy.
Nutritional neuropathy, what's that all about?
Well, it can happen when you're not getting enough of certain vitamins and minerals, especially B vitamins, which are super important for healthy nerves.
And this could be connected to a strict diet.
It's possible. See, keto, while it's really good for weight loss, it can sometimes lead to nutrient deficiencies if you're not careful. You got to make sure you're getting everything your body needs.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like anything, got to be balanced, right?
Exactly.
And to add even more to the mix, Ira had a stroke back in 2014.
Oh, wow. So there's a history of neurological issues already.
Yeah. And he started his weight loss at over 300 pounds. Now he's down to 175, which is fantastic.
That's a huge achievement. But, I mean, could that rapid weight loss on top of the stroke be playing a role in these neurological things?
That's definitely a question that needs exploring. The body goes through a lot when you lose weight that quickly. And there's research suggesting it can put stress on your system.
Yeah, makes sense. Your body's adjusting, trying to keep up.
And for someone who's already had a stroke, where blood flow and nerve function might be compromised, that stress could be even bigger.
Right, like a double whammy almost. So, I mean, where does this leave us? Are we saying rapid weight loss is bad?
Not necessarily. I think the takeaway here is that we got to look at health holistically.
Yeah.
It's not just about the number on the scale.
Totally agree. You can't ignore all the other stuff, like nutrition, pre-existing conditions, all of that plays a part.
It's like tunnel vision, focusing on one thing and maybe missing other important signs.
Exactly. And Ira seems to be thinking along those lines too. He's hoping that shifting to a more balanced diet will help improve his situation.
So there's hope for things to get better.
Definitely. Nerves can regenerate, they can heal. It takes time, and you got to give your body the right support.
That's good to hear. So what would you say to someone who's starting a weight loss journey? What should they keep in mind?
Well, first and foremost, talk to a doctor, a healthcare professional. They can help you create a plan that's right for you, taking into account your medical history and all that.
Yeah, personalized approach, not just some one-size-fits-all thing.
Exactly. And then focus on eating nutritious foods, get those good vitamins and minerals.
Fueling your body the right way.
Yep. And don't just obsess over the scale. Pay attention to how you feel, your energy levels, your mood, all of that.
Listen to your body, basically.
Yeah,
It's telling you things.
it is. And sometimes focusing too much on weight loss can make us ignore those other important signals.
That's such a good point. Ira's experience really brings that home. You know, it's a reminder that health is complex, it's interconnected, and we need to approach it with that in mind.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been a fascinating deep dive, and I hope everyone listening will take some time to check out Ira's full story, learn more about all this. It's definitely made me think differently about weight loss and, well, just taking care of myself in general. Thanks for joining us.